Welcome everybody to episode 12, either 12 or 13. We don't know which we're going to upload first, but this is either the Knives Out review or the trailer talk you're listening to, but we're going to start with a recap of our weeks. Trip, do you want to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Basically, um, I mostly worked the whole week. I really just got to work. Um, I listened to, I didn't listen to, I watched a movie called American Beauty. It was very good. It's about Kevin Spacey, being a predator on a high school girl.
That
So it's
tracks.
like almost accurate.
Almost.
It's the wrong gender. Um, I've been working at Mod Pizza and probably quit my other job for that because I enjoy working there. And there's this girl that I've been seeing at Mod Pizza with my eyes. And um, so that's cool.
Hype.
That's hype.
Me
Yeah.
next.
Okay.
I bought this. It is from 2002. It um it's the only version they've ever made of this scene slash this set. So that makes it extra valuable. You can see on the back, you got shots from Attack of the Clones, one of the greatest movies of all time. And then other sets at the bottom from that year. And this is like my Christmas gift from my dad. So that's hype.
That's
I
hype.
did not have to pay for it. I was originally going to. And you can see how
Nice.
old it is because they're yellow. Yeah, I did that. And then I also did some Christmas decorating. I'm going to show or do my best to show. So down here we got Christmas Matt Murdock with the I'm Not Daredevil sweater. And my Christmas decorations are basically just putting out a bunch of God, that's so dusty, bro.
Oh, what the-
What
is
is
that a piece
that?
of cake?
Holy
And what is that?
no.
What is
That's
on your
a
desk?
that's a piece of that's poop. And then
What?
Okay.
up here, we
Phew.
got some Funko Pops, Christmas Funko Pops. No, it's a rock from El Salvador, Drew. Do you remember when we went to the
Oh,
the,
yes,
the volcano and we got
I
to
have
pick a
mine
rock?
still.
That's
Yeah.
my rock. Then in the background, over there's more
Every
Funko
single
Pops.
football player's speech.
And then whenever I went and got this set, I also got Christmas Darth Maul minifigure. They're over there, so I've got all my other Star Wars themed Christmas shit over there. Um,
Excuse me.
Other than that, I watched Superman after a 2 month hiatus, and I watched Grown Ups. That movie is low-key crazy. There's a scene where they're egging each other on to like have their kids basically go off a zip line and like die, essentially, because like I bet your kid's gonna fall, and they're like no, and so then their kid does the cool spin trick, and they're like it's weird. It's kind of creepy. And there's also a scene where they're talking about like they're talking about sex with their wives. And Kevin James was like, "Well, last time we did, she was asleep." And they're like, "Did you tell her?" He's like, "No, it's fine. She wouldn't care." Really
That's
insane,
so
I missed
weird.
that. I missed
I
really,
don't
that one.
remember that.
really insane shit. And the entire like premise is I never realized how goofy this was. It's like their elementary school basketball coach died, and so they all go hang out.
Yeah.
Ooh. But like they're acting like he was like the second coming of Christ. So like the buzzer wouldn't want me doing this, and it's like, bro, you won a game with him when you were like 10, and at the funeral, the big speech, Adam Sandler gives the big speech, and he's like, "We're the only championship team he ever got. It was probably his biggest accomplishment." His biggest,
Crazy.
this dude's biggest accomplishment was getting this like group of retarded 10-year-olds.
How did he die in that movie?
His old age, he was like old.
Oh, it would have been funnier if they would have just like done something goofy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're trying to actually make you emotional about it, which is really goofy.
Yeah, I feel like they actually
That's stupid.
like can't decide on whether
Yeah.
or not to make it emotional or not.
Yeah, and the message at the end is so like it tries to be nice, but since it's centered around the Adam Sandler's character and his son, it doesn't. It's really dumb because they go to like the function, the big Fourth of July function, and it's all these like essentially just like white trashy like poor people there, like Steve Buscemi's character, and then like the ones that they beat in the basketball game as kids.
Hmm.
And at the end they realize like, oh, they have families too and stuff. And so Adam Sandler purposely fucks up the thing because he sees that they have families. And it's like, it's okay, son. Sometimes you just got to let the poor people win because we're rich and we don't actually value the win that much.
Very topical. Very
What?
funny how supremacy that movie is. It's like, oh, we'll let them have it, kid.
That's
It's
crazy.
Yeah.
it's just like,
And it is low-key pretty creepy how David Spade is constantly hanging around Rob Schneider's kids, even though it's like the
yeah,
joke is they're hot. It's like, okay, bro, but you're still like being real weird about it. And whenever they're sitting on the lawn chairs, like that's an iconic scene. But if you think about it, it's like,
yeah.
Crazy.
no, you
That's
can't actually
weird.
do
Yeah.
that. That's
It's
real
weird.
weird. It's funny, but that makes y'all look insane.
I imagine they're probably in their 20s though, like canonically in the movie.
Well, still, it's like your friend's kid. It
It's your
doesn't
friend's
matter.
kid, bro.
Yeah,
That's like
they're all sitting there, and all their wives are inside. Like, bro,
Hmm.
that's like basically your uncle, just not by blood.
yeah. And then
They just creep me,
Yeah.
the
bro.
wives are hoeing around too. When they're at the water park with the dude, the hot guy with the silly voice, but they're all like taking their towels off and showing themselves.
Yeah.
Just a dysfunctional group of people in this movie. Like it's weird. It's a really weird movie. I think that's all I watched. I rewatched Guardians 2, and then obviously Knives Out, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Yes.
I there who I don't know remember who directed American Beauty. It's the same guy who directed some other deal. I don't remember. Um but he really loves to have like triple takes on his stuff. There's one where this girl is moving her hand towards Kevin Spacey's shoulder and it move she starts to move her hand and it plays like intense music and then it does it again and then it like doesn't do it like boom boom boom. It's like boom 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 and in the
Is
same speed and it looked and I was laughing out loud. I was like this is really funny.
I was gonna say the only way you can make that cool is if there's like a really good score, but if there's
The
not, then
score
it's
was
just gonna
pretty
look
good
really.
though.
That's
I'd
good.
give that movie a 9 out of 10. It's Sam Mendes. It's the same guy who
I was
directed
about to say,
1917.
yeah, and then the two or Spectre and Skyfall. He didn't do Casino Royale or No Time to Die. I still need to watch those movies.
Oh,
Yeah. Kaylee Spaney's in the new Knives Out.
she is.
That's true. Drew, you have
She
anything to
looks so
yap
much
about
different when she doesn't have mascara on. It's crazy. Like she looks like a different person.
before we get into Knives Out? Drew, do you have anything to yap about before we get
I'm not
started?
talking about
I
Knives
do.
Out.
You?
I have a
What?
lot to yap about. So first of all, the elephant in the room is that I'm in a new room. I've made it home for Christmas. This is the upstairs
You
of
made it.
my home. Um, I have a really scuffed setup. I'm on a round table. I don't have an
Yeah.
actual desk. My mic arm is currently attached to a chair because there's nothing else I could attach it to. My audio interface does not fit on this table, so it's sitting on my PC, but it's okay. Um,
It looks like the sun is in your room.
there's a lamp over there. So about that lamp, if we somehow end up going to 11:30, it will just turn off automatically and I will be drowned in darkness. But before I
All
got
right.
down, before I got down, um, big news number one is I was playing at church a few weeks ago and was approached, I say was approached. One of the people I was on set with, the electric guitar player, was part of this band. And then after we played this set, he invited me to go rehearse with this band. He like invited me to meet the lead singer for this. I talked to him. He invited me to rehearse with them. I did that. However, a week or so after I met them,
Hmm.
I've joined this band officially. So for a little plug, this is Jake Wesley. They're like a moderate. They're a country band, but they're chill. Some blues,
Hmm.
some more folky stuff. Um, they on Spotify. Check them out. Um, so I have a recording session with them tomorrow, actually, or day after tomorrow. Um, so that's hype. I'm excited for that because I've never recorded professionally before. I gotta drive a lot for it, but I think it's definitely worth it. Um,
Exciting. I hope they're not like all on drugs when you go into the studio and they're all like tripping out.
well, they're all Christian.
Like in Boogie Nights, or like in Almost Famous,
I
when
haven't
they're
seen that.
all like coked up.
I don't know enough ball. I've been watching Superman 18 times. I haven't seen those movies.
Almost Famous basically is a band, and it's like a '70s band, but
Probably drugs.
I'm pretty sure there's like it's like cocaine, but and hookers though, obviously.
Obviously,
Obviously.
obviously hookers.
Duh. Are
Yeah.
there, are there going to be
What's a
hookers?
party without them?
There's no function without hookers, and I've always said that.
That's what
Um,
they're saying.
but I got an album today. I bought Straight No Chaser by Thelonious Monk. I've been looking for that John for months. I finally found it. So I can cross that one off my list. Um, I'm trying to think of if I have anything else. Uh, I think that's it. I think that's all I got.
Hmm.
Same. We can hop into Knives Out real quick. I think we each like talk for like a minute and then we'll just go. I got a bunch of stuff written down and then we can just generally yap about it. So, non-spoiler review per person real quick. I
Okay.
gave it an 8.5 out of 10 for 4.5 stars. I'm assuming it's gonna move up because every time I watch a Knives Out movie, after a rewatch, it moves up like a point or so, probably more.
That's how
Uh,
those
Hmm.
murder mysteries go.
Currently it's tied for the second one, but even me talking about it generally right now means I'm probably gonna like should raise it at this point, but I plan on rewatching it within like the next month. Really good. It's my third movie of the year. Ryan Johnson. This is definitely the best directed Knives Out movie. It
Yeah,
looks amazing. The camera work is great. It has a very kind of different plot generally, but I think that this one being different absolutely works and it provides a like opportunity for the future Knives Out movies to not all be exactly the same. And Josh O'Connor's performance is my favorite performance across all Knives Out movies. It's insane.
it's so genuine. He's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. So it's a little hard not to talk about it with too many spoilers, but that's my general thoughts.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I think the biggest like difference with this one, that I think works really well in its favor is the scale of it. Because I feel like, especially considering Glass Onion is a very like larger than life, more caricature-esque movie.
The Mona Lisa burns down.
Yeah, it's like crazy stuff happens in Glass Onion. Whereas this movie is much smaller scale, so like you get to spend a lot more time on a more personal level with your characters. And
Hmm.
it's less consistently seeing like crazy vistas. But that's not to say the cinematography is mid. The cinematography is incredible. They just kind of stay in one small area the whole time.
The lighting
Hmm.
is
The lighting is fantastic.
phenomenal.
Um, yeah, there's a good couple scenes in there that knocked my socks off. But yeah, this is a very small scale movie. Josh O'Connor definitely he gets plenty of opportunities to show off his acting chops, and he does knock it out of the park, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Trip general thoughts, and then we can just get into spoilers and start free yapping about it.
My general thoughts is that I've watched both that and then American Beauty the next day, after 12 a.m. and I gave Knives Out 3. I gave it a 9.5. But when I think back, there's some visual issues that I don't like with it, especially in pretty much every scene where the background is light, there's a weird green screen look. Well, actually, it's mainly just whenever they're right outside of the church, there's a bad green screen there, which
Like whenever like
I
they're in
don't
like
know
the little
why.
garden area.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
kind of
don't know
understand.
why why do you have a green screen for like this movie? Why? I don't know why they wouldn't just film on set, but it's very clearly a green screen. But that's really my main issue with it. I I don't really like Josh O'Connor as an actor. I don't think he's a very I don't like his acting. I
It's
think
kind
he's
of
a good
crazy.
actor, but I don't like him. I don't like that. I don't like him as an actor, and I don't think he was bad in this movie. I just think that like
That's very
it's hard.
surprising.
I
It's
loved him in
like
this movie.
I don't know. I thought he was good in this movie, but I didn't love him.
Wow.
I just don't
Dude,
like how I just don't think I don't enjoy him as an actor.
just
Um
not like him in Challengers either.
no, I don't think he's that great in Challengers, but none of uh I don't think either of the actually now that I think of it, I don't think Challengers has really any like notably good performances.
I
Everything
think
good
that's
about that movie
valid.
is in writing and directing. Um but I just don't really like Josh O'Connor as an actor. I don't care to watch him on the screen. I would have preferred other people in that role, but he still did well with it. Um, in an objective sense. Uh, um, but I think, yeah, I think it's good. I don't think it's as good as Knives Out. I think it's notably worse than Knives Out in a way that I will probably end up lowering my rating to closer to a 9 or 9.25. The main value in this movie is in the ending and how they handle the Christian aspect of it and the Christian symbolism. It's also a big struggle with me for that is that I don't really like um it's hard for me to take seriously a movie where an actor is playing a very Christian character but is not a Christian in real life. Like it kind of messes with me, like knowing that he's openly not that. Um, but that's like kind of a personal thing that doesn't take away from the movie. But the main value is in the writing towards the end. Uh, I whereas in the first one, the value is actually in like the mystery aspect of it. I don't think the mystery of this one's as powerful as the first one. I wasn't a huge fan of Glass Onion, and I think it's obviously the worst of the three. Um, but it was still really good. It was just not necessary. Like when I look and I see all my friends have most like before watching it, seeing that all of my friends have it at 5 stars and it's like an automatic 5 star for my friends, I feel like it's kind of taking it at the value of what I'm talking about and like my personal value for it, which is my love for the Christian symbolism in it. But I don't think it's as good as Knives Out. I don't know how you could say it's better than Knives Out, the first one. Like I just genuinely
I can agree with
would
that.
not understand that.
I will say it is also written and directed by a non-Christian, just as Josh O'Connor is playing a non-Christian.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
like I can't take serious. I don't it just doesn't really compute with me the fact like or making a Christian symbolism movie and having actors who are not Christian playing in it. I honestly thought the most like actual genuine character was well, the most genuine character was like Benoit Blanc, but he's also like the best character in that franchise, obviously. Well, I actually wouldn't go as far as to say he's the best character in that franchise, but he's like the main one. Um, the best character in that franchise is
Excuse me.
Ana de Armas's character in the first one.
I think I'd
Martha.
actually, I think Josh O'Connor might be my favorite. I don't know about character. I'd have to think about some of the supporting cast
Yeah, to be
on
honest,
Glass Onion because they're all really good. But
yeah. Well, character-wise, actually, I would say Josh O'Connor's character is better. He's just a better person
yeah,
than all of them. Um, but
I would.
Uh, but I also think it was really well done. Josh Brolin's character. Are we getting into spoilers with this, or is this a non-spoiler review?
We were kind of each going one at a time for non-spoiler. We can just like get into everything now if you want.
Okay. Yeah,
Do you have talking points written down? Because I do.
I don't, but I
Okay.
have them in my head because I watched
You
it.
you
Same.
go for you go for it.
Um, Josh Brolin's character is really good. It's a very topical and social commentary thing. Josh Brolin is very good in the movie, obviously, but Josh Brolin, I think, is one of the best actors around. He's literally
He
good in
was
every single movie I've
really
seen him
good in
in.
Monsignor Wicks. It was such a good performance.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really
I think
good.
it would the scene where they like flip his body over though. That's crazy. They could not lift Josh Brolin. That dude is huge. But whenever they're like
Yeah.
big old slab of meat, and they just
Yeah.
that was really funny to me.
Um,
Character's
I
good.
didn't think Mila Kunis was that good. I didn't really like her in that movie.
I think that's
Uh,
valid take.
I
she was just kind of misplaced. That kind of felt like they were just trying to fantasy draft like a bunch of big time actors, and she was just there. Like Lakeith Stanfield, and the other guy were really good in the first one. Hold on, I need to check to make sure that's
I
Yeah,
it.
they were the
love
cops, right?
I love Jeffrey Wright in this movie. I love Jeffrey Wright in this movie. He's in two
Yeah.
scenes and he is hilarious in both.
Um,
Yeah,
who's
because
Jeffrey
it's
Wright again?
He's
Gordon.
the yeah, he's
Oh
Gordon.
yes,
The
yeah,
movie opens basically Josh O'Connor, his
yes,
character,
Jeffrey Wright.
Father Judd.
Mhm.
He punches a priest that it kind of pisses everyone off. And so Jeffrey Wright's character, he's a bishop. He's kind of like no one liked that guy, but on paper we got to do something about it. So we're gonna send
Yeah,
you
he's
here,
real.
and he gets sent to Monsignor Wick's church, and
Hmm
that's generally the setup for the movie.
Mhm.
Monsignor Wicks' character is a movie adaptation of like what a Kenneth Copeland is. It's like literally
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like I would not be surprised if Ryan Johnson was like, I want to talk about this
I
about Kenneth
personally
Copeland and make a movie about him.
Yeah, with the
yeah.
especially with the money bit with
Hmm
what's her name's
Yeah.
character.
hmm
And I think it's a very important thing to discuss whenever you're discussing Christianity in general. That's really, and they did good
Yeah.
commentary on it in this movie. That's a very
I
important aspect of dealing with the religion side of it.
I was personally very pleasantly surprised by how Christianity was depicted, both by Josh O'Connor's character and by Wick's character. Um, I feel like both were far more accurate than I would have ever
hmm
expected from a non-Christian director. Um, so that was lovely to sit through. Um,
hmm
but the number one thing for this movie for me is the dialogue. I think the dialogue is masterfully written. Um, it I, I was glazing it in the car after Chris and I watched it. Specifically the fireplace scene after um freaking Benoit asks Judd to write the story down and he's reading it. The dialogue in that scene is golden. I loved watching that scene. I love how this movie opens in two instances. I love how this movie opens just having the shot of Benoit in the fireplace scene already, but not telling you that he's reading the story of what's happening, and then you just kind of figure that out whenever it loops back around and he's done with it.
hmm
Um, and I love the title card. It's so simple, but it's so elegant of having Judd enter the church and then seeing the doors open for the silhouette for the first time, and then you just get the flash of the title card and it cuts back to the scene really fast. I loved that. That worked so well. Um,
hmm
love the recurring silhouette motif. I think bringing that back, I think it was three times. Um, that was just cool. That's common playbook move, but I
hmm
think it's just really effective. My most visually impressive scene, the one that I really loved the most, was the first the first scene where Martha is talking about the harlot whore destroying the church,
Hmm.
the shot of the harlot whore
The moon.
standing in the door with the blood red moon behind her
Hmm.
is peak, bro. That looked incredible.
Yeah, that did look good.
And
That's
then
probably the best shot in the movie.
I think it was.
Hmm.
I don't even think it's close, bro. Even like the shot of the light hitting Benoit in the last scene, that's probably my second
It's-
favorite, but that doesn't even come close for me. Um ah, I love whenever they recontextualized the harlot horse scene um at the end. I loved because when you watch it for the first time, whenever Martha is like narrating what's happening, she's saying it in a very tall tale-esque prose. And so your brain doesn't really click that what she's doing isn't really like normal human behavior because you're kind of in the mindset of a story.
yeah,
Hmm.
But when you get the recontextualization at the end, where they actually humanize the fact that no, she wasn't just like going crazy, she was actually
Hmm.
looking for the gem, like a very human thing. And you're
Hmm.
like, oh, okay, no, this actually makes sense. Like she wasn't
yeah.
just insane. Like
Yeah.
so it makes both scenes better when they do that. I love that. Um,
I think whenever so now that we know that she's looking for the gem and she's like searching and not just destroying stuff on this crazy rampage, and then she goes up to that kid and that kid just mogs you, bro, and just looks at you and just goes, "I know where it is and you'll never find it, bro." I would choke that.
Yeah.
I would crash out because they said it's worth $80 million. I would absolutely tweak too. Like
Yeah.
it is kind of crazy. I'm obviously joking because in the movie she like choke slams the kid and starts punching her. That's insane.
but the kid stays laughing though. That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, Martha was
A dog.
Yeah.
going crazy. Yeah, wild. But I would freak out too. So basically the plot is Monsignor Wicks dies and it's one of those murders where he just walked into a room, then no one was in, and then he died. So
Excuse me.
it's fine. So after that, they're all freaking out because they think like a demon killed him for being a really bad priest because we have discovered beforehand that Father Judd, or not Father Judd, Monsignor Wicks kind of sucks. And then Josh
Hmm.
O'Connor confronted him about it. I think it's the day before. And that includes the scene where it's like the core difference in how they tackle religion, Father Judd and Monsignor Wicks, because Monsignor Wicks just like pushes Josh O'Connor's character.
Yep.
And so then he's like, put your hands up and like get ready to fight. That's what Christ, wants us to do. Like he's gonna come raining vengeance. And Father Judd's like, no, he accepted people with open arms, with love, and shows
Hmm.
how, we actually should act as Christians instead of like aggressive, how some pastors view that. And so anyway, the
Hmm.
day after that he dies. So people are like suspecting Josh O'Connor's character. And the movie kind of doesn't really tell us whether or not like we're going along with the story and we don't know whether or not Father Judd actually killed him, which I thought was really interesting. Like we can't tell the entire time if he killed him
That's
or Samson.
that's why I love the writing in the fireplace scenes so much. Is because the way they frame it immediately sounds like first like Benoit hitting him with "Why'd you do it?" and then him not responding with anything akin to "I didn't kill him." The audience member will immediately think, "Okay, Father Judd did kill him," because
Hmm.
that's what every sign is pointing to. But like the fact the scene also doesn't go out of its way to like give you a hard pivot away from that means like the dialogue lets you sit and think about what is being said and learn that no, he's talking about the flask. He's not even talking about the death at all. Love that scene.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that scene because you were hyping that scene up then and talk about it again now.
Hmm.
Um, so I would say the my biggest flaw with this movie and where I kind of see people give it 5 stars, I'm like, okay, you can't really like ignore this is so wait for me to get to the point because the ensemble is notably more pushed to this side than it is in other Knives Out movies, like by a lot.
Yeah.
And that in and of itself is not a problem, and I think it works out very well in this movie. The thing is, they spent 40 minutes still setting up ensemble to the point where either one, they're set up more than they should have been, or two, which makes it feel like why did we spend so much time introducing these characters that all we needed to know were more the dynamics and we didn't need like this little personality bit. It felt like they were mainly just being like, okay, this is a Knives Out movie, we have to do this. And that ended up being kind of just a waste of time since we didn't get there. And I would say that is probably the biggest problem. And again, I don't really care that the ensemble wasn't in it that much, but if you're gonna set them up, they should be, or you just shouldn't set them up. And I think in this case, they just shouldn't have set them up as much because like Jeremy Renner, this is his first big role since he almost got like
Killed.
murked by a snowplow.
Yeah.
And it kind of seems
Hmm.
like they just didn't give him a lot to do. Either that or he's like just not okay to act. Like he's kind of stumbling around the whole time, but also
Hmm.
he plays an
A drunk.
alcoholic. So it's like
Yeah,
which is
Jeremy Renner in this movie is such a big nothing burger.
I agree with
See,
that.
I think that's the case for most of the ensemble. I noticed it especially with Vera, like very monotone one note writing with the
Who's
ensemble.
Vera?
That's the Kerry Washington's character, the lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
She's
They
agree.
tried
She
to
she's
had
they tried to make something out of her character towards the end, which wasn't really there.
she just kind of had the same face on her face the whole movie.
Hmm.
Um, because that's all she was able to do with the writing.
and
I
again, they set
like
her up so much, like with the scene with the daughter and the father's approval aspect that just like you said, Chirp, it just didn't amount to much.
yeah.
If that was you that said that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that like I didn't really like that because towards the end they do a little mini montage of like her and then like Kaylee Spaney's character and then like Josh O'Connor and it's like Josh O'Connor and Kaylee Spaney's characters are actually well built up. She was just there and just
Mhm.
being kind of low-key annoying the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like she was right, but she was still like kind of annoying to listen to because she was
Like
just like monotone
Mhm.
and like one note and like no,
I would
like
say even Kaylee Spaney and pretty much all of the cast just had one quirk and then they were flat pretty much beyond that.
Yeah.
Kaylee Spaney was I thought was really well done because every dialogue piece she had was like symbolic of like healing and like seeking healing and everything. That's why like the way she was talking to Monsignor was um like she had been seeking actual like healing
Yeah.
from him because he had promised her that. And
Yeah.
and I think she has one of the most important characters. And her character is meant to represent like I don't know what it's meant to represent. I don't think if Ryan Johnson didn't mean to do it that way, well, it wasn't up to him because God was definitely using him for some symbolism in this way. But whenever like towards the end, whenever it's talking about how it's like it's not about finding healing, it's just about like taking what you're given and like doing something with it. Like
Yeah.
that's a very
Sustaining power.
with
So
how she's built, yeah, the sustaining power of
Yeah, he was definitely trying to talk
my
waking
about
up
that.
every day.
I think that was
my
definitely the point of that character. I think she's the only
Yeah.
character that had a point, like you're saying.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think what gets me though is that her character still purely feels like she represents something more than is like a fully human character. Um, and I'm not like her symbolism is very important, and I absolutely loved that it was in this movie, considering the surrounding subject material. I love her performance, but I feel like that is all she was. Like they didn't let her expand upon. Like the only thing she had was she is a cellist who wanted to be healed by Wicks and hasn't received that, and she's rich. And I feel like I wish more people in the ensemble actually got more, because it's like
Here's the thing. The ensemble, the point that the other movies are big ensemble, and that's like interesting because they're all suspects. In this movie, none of them are even suspects of the murder, really. Like it's just Father Judd and Blanc running around like asking him questions, but they're not like in the first movie where the cops are all involved. They're like, y'all can't really go anywhere.
Yeah,
Like they're not
that
suspects, they're just characters, and that makes it to where you either should have written the movie where the ensembles like that, and if you didn't want to, you should have fully committed. Just don't have an ensemble other than like two characters.
yeah, the mystery like isn't even like who killed him. It's not a who done it. It's like literally a how did bro
how did the murder
die
happen? Yeah,
and
that's
Exactly.
and how did he raise from the dead? Like that's the whole
Yeah.
that's why that's one of the main reasons is Knives Out 1 is really creative because it's the obviously in my opinion, but it's widely like one of the and in my opinion the best whodunit ever. Like literally unmatched levels of writing and how well written that first one is. Most well written movie of all time in terms of plot writing. Not as much dialogue writing because I have other movies up there, um, but in terms of like plot writing, what the heck is this? Um, it's the best, most well-written movie, and this one just doesn't really have that same level because it's not as creative and it's not as interesting in the way its plot is written.
I
It's just
agree
kind
with
of
you.
like oh, okay, so that's what happened. I feel like, um, yeah, no, I don't.
I feel like of the three of these movies, this is the one I'm most like invested in personally. Like the other ones, I agree, they're definitely more creative with their writing and their like plotting and concepts, but this movie I felt like the most need to know what's happening, which is kind of how this movie is structured. It's just not structured like the other movies, but my biggest problem is that there's like a fourth of the movie that's still trying to be structured like the other movies when that's just not what this movie's about.
Yeah,
And this movie is more of an intense these two characters trying to figure out what happened, and I do like that. It's just it's not like the other ones in terms of the ensemble, but I would say this is the one it was way more like intense than the other movies. Like there's like no downtime in this movie. The only time where stuff like is not actively going down is the one time where Josh O'Connor falls asleep on the bed after staying up for 72 hours or whatever. And then Benoit's on the iPad that he won in he gets on the iPad that he won from Glass Onion that Edward Norton Miles Braun gave him for guessing the murder. And I thought that was really funny how he gets the iPad out and starts looking at stuff after he falls asleep. Also, just remembered Among Us is in Glass Onion.
I forgot about that.
I did forget about that.
Just a little style choice that I like in this movie that doesn't it just adds a little flavor is the way they treat videos. I love that um as soon as anyone clicks to start a video, it's just a scene switch to what happens in said video, regardless of
Mhm.
where the camera was. I loved that. I think that worked really well. Especially in whenever Sai shows Judd and Benoit the video of the meeting they had with Wix. I really liked that, especially whenever the scene starts by the camera moving through the door and ends by the camera moving back, and then
Hmm.
you see the closed door and it cuts back to the other scene. I think that was awesome. Also, I forgot about the shot where um Judd is like running into the forest and then you get to like a clearing ish, like where you see like a straight line down the middle and
Who we think is Samson at that time, but is actually
yeah,
Jeremy
we
Renner's character.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Benoit and Judd. They're like having
Hmm.
a religious slash philosophical argument, and then you see in the background who you assume to be Samson, the groundskeeper, in the background with the hood on and the lamp.
Yeah. That's
And
really good
that
shot.
shot is so
Yeah,
good,
that's
bro.
cool. And
I
Trip,
love that.
I know you didn't see this in theaters, but the scene where so Monsignor Wicks gets mysteriously resurrected and So Father Judd is like going crazy. He's like, "What the hell?" So then he runs like through. He tried chases them because they ran into the forest. He runs in there, and then we found out it was Samson pretending to be
Yeah.
Monsignor Wicks. Just like punches him, and it has like that. It's like that horror scene where it flashes a million times. And the
Hmm.
sound design in the theater, I'm really glad I got to see in the theater because the sound design and cinematography of that scene was
Yeah.
insane, like at a scale like that. And it's just sad that these are Netflix movies. I'm glad because that means it gets a big budget, but it's just like, damn, these are theater movies, especially
Hmm.
this one being the best looking and best uh shot one, I would say.
Hmm.
Um, the my favorite theme for the cinematography is how throughout the entire movie, every time that Father Judd talks about his faith, like the first scene whenever he walks in and he's praying, it's like there's always light shining down, whether that be through a window or just how he's lit with like a fireplace. But then every time it goes to Blanc, Benoit Blanc, it's more like
Cloud
dark.
coverage.
Yeah, it's dark every single time he talks about it. And this is definitely the one where Benoit Blanc feels the most like human, obviously, because he's like gets him
You
up because
spend
that's
you
just how
spend
this
more
movie is
time with
structured.
him.
Yeah, he's an actual like
Hmm.
well-developed character. He's not like two-dimensional, like funny, but the smart one who knows everything. Like we actually see some of who he is, and I really like his look in this, by the way. He's
Yeah, he's dripped out.
yeah, and the his hair is like way longer instead of short. So yeah, it's really good look. Um, oh
Chris, do you have Knives Out in your favorite movies of all time list?
yeah, of course.
Oh,
Let me.
I can't find it. I
It
wasn't seeing
is
it.
it is 54. I really like that poster, by the way. Check out the poster I have on there.
It's the clue based one. Yeah, yeah, I see it
Yeah,
now.
that good board game. That's really cool.
I didn't know
It's
that you
it's
like yeah.
like what?
I didn't know that you like what is it? Where is it? A Quiet Place that much.
Bro, that movie's good. Also, that poster, really good. Yeah.
Which one?
A Quiet Place, the one I have on my greatest movies, this like purplish one. It's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that Knives Out poster is good. Anyway, yeah, Knives Out one is like fucking awesome. Also, Ana de Armas is so bad. Oh my God. She is it's crazy. My favorite I think my favorite, I don't know what's funnier, the scene where he's like, they're all freaking out, and he gets Benoit Blanc, and he's like, "All right, you're all just gonna sit down, and Benoit freaking Blanc and I are gonna figure this thing out."
That
That was a really funny line.
was good.
That or whenever they go into the like what's
Office.
it called? No, the grave, basically, like the giant grave
Oh, the
after
The
tomb.
Tomb.
yes, the tomb. That's the word. After he gets mysteriously resurrected, and they go in there, and then she's like, "This is some Scooby Doo shit," and he's just like, "Scooby Dooby
Scooby
Doo."
Dooby Doo.
That's really
I don't
funny.
like that
Yeah.
line.
What?
You you
I
hate
loved
puns
that.
sometimes, bro. I will say the Scooby Doo shit did remind me of No Way Home, but like the Scooby Dooby Doo line was so funny.
That was awesome. I loved that.
I was dying, bro.
I mean,
I
I didn't think anything of it. I think it was just I didn't like it much.
that was funny. Whenever I went to reviews, half of them were like Scooby Dooby Doo, and everyone just saying the same shit on
Hmm.
Twitter or that. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it turns out he's not resurrected, and it's actually Samson pretending to be him because we find out that Martha is the murderer, and she kills Father Judd, killed or orchestrated his murder by getting Jeremy Renner to go put a knife in there after like spiking his drink or whatever.
Mm,
And
his
so
flask.
Flask, and then Josh O'Connor hit the flask, and that's what went wrong. And because he was just trying to protect Monsignor Wick's like image, and so he kicked the flask under the door, and Jeremy Renner's character couldn't remove it. And so she then explains that recently, how exactly did she find out? about the gym again? That the gym was in,
Because
or well, she
she's
knew, but how? Oh, she
like, how
killed him
did
because she confessed to because Father Judd inspired her to confess to Monsignor Wicks.
and then
When she it was that was the only person she had told, and so then Father Wicks is like
he
orders the
orders the construction to take the John off
yeah,
so he can get
and
in the
so
gym.
she's like, shit, I gotta kill him.
Yeah.
Naturally, and so she has that whole plan. And I will say the most random thing is that she just has a vat of acid. What the hell?
That was so random.
That was some
I
cartoon shit.
loved the effects, but it was really weird and out of place.
Yeah, that really didn't make any sense. The first time I didn't notice it, but then I was thinking about, it, I was like, why the hell does she have a vat of acid to like
It
throw
was
two
in it
bodies
was
into?
in it was in Jeremy Renner's house though.
Hmm.
Oh, why does he have that? Either
Doesn't
way,
make it any better.
yeah, true. Because he's just like a normal dude. He's not even trying, wasn't really trying to murder until that was introduced. So he just had that.
The lack of effort that went into explaining the existence of the vat of acid was it, hilarious.
Yeah. Um, but so then she kills Jeremy Renner because it turns out Jeremy Renner killed her husband. She finds out because we thought it was Josh O'Connor, and this is another example of we don't really even know whether or not he's the killer because we think he maybe kills Samson in uh in the forest, and he's even going to go confess. He goes to the police station because I don't think he even knows at that point because it was like half
He just
conscious,
woke up with the
weird
John on his
trip.
hand.
Yeah, and so uh she she then kills Jeremy Renner, and I will say whenever she put Samson in the coffin, how the hell did she lift Josh? Another instance of unrealistic like lifting of Josh Brolin's body. How did she do that, bro? There's no way even like Samson's a pretty strong dude, but how the hell did they lift his body out of that without anyone noticing whenever she went to say her final words for like 20 minutes?
Wait, what
Not
do you
even
mean?
20 minutes. It was like a minute.
Josh Brolin was 181 pounds in Deadpool 2, which is not a lot, by the way.
He's
Like
probably
that's
well, he's probably how tall is he?
he's like 5'6" though. Like he's really short. Or
Is
I
he
think he's
really?
five.
He's
I think he's 5'10".
Dang.
he's not that
That
short,
sucks for
guys.
bro.
I'm 5'10". He's short.
He's 5'10", yeah. Because that was like a
I'm
whole
like
thing in
5'7"
Deadpool
or
2
8,
was
bro.
that Cable is canonically like 6'5".
Yeah. I thought he was 6'5" as Cable, so tricked
When
me.
did this movie come out? As of wait, okay, you can tell me.
So wait, hold on. You're saying you're saying how did they lift Wicks out of the coffin in the final word scene?
No,
Or
whenever Samson hops in there. So she had to remove the body because they went to look at Monsignor Wicks. And then she's
I
like,
don't think
can I say a few words? And then she moved his body out and Samson hopped in.
oh, did we see that happen?
Well, in like the explanation we did, but not in the normal
Oh,
scene. It didn't show that. It just showed her saying her words, and then all of a sudden they're in the casket. But we know that it's Samson in there.
yeah. I didn't see
Also,
that part. That
he
was
survived in there for 3 days, and like they didn't look like there was any water in there. It's kind of crazy. And he was just
bro
like,
had an Apple Watch and nothing else.
yeah, he just had an Apple Watch with the timer.
Hmm.
I don't have an Apple Watch, but I don't know how that didn't like die unless they last really long.
Oh, also don't own an Apple Watch.
I'm not an Apple Watcher. Also, I love that these movies are anthologies, basically. Like the only connection there's really even been is other than they look older, which really doesn't matter, is that he has the iPad, but that also doesn't matter. So you can like
Yeah.
recommend a Knives Out movie, and if he continues to make them like different vibes for each one, you can like recommend a person
Oh,
a different one
yeah.
every
Because I think
time.
stylistically, this one's my favorite. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but I love the vibe of this one more than the other two.
We don't
Um,
know if he had an iPad, by the way. Like or like we don't know if his iPad that he had is the one from Glass Onion. Because at the beginning of Glass Onion, he also has an iPad.
It does.
Yeah, he plays Among Us on his
oh,
iPad at the beginning of Glass Onion.
No.
It's sad.
Well, I saw Ryan Johnson make a joke about yeah the iPad, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's supposed to be his.
Uh,
It doesn't matter. I don't know. But anyway, I think my vibes still I prefer over all three. I prefer the Glass Onion vibes on the island, like the fun vibes the most. And then Trip, you preferred probably the first one,
The
right?
autumn vibes.
I think the first
Among
one
the
is
three.
better in every way, like
Just like
every main categorical way. It's better than both of the next two.
do
Um,
you like
go
Ana
ahead.
de Armas's character over Josh O'Connor's?
I think Josh O'Connor is a better person, but I prefer Ana de Armas's character.
That's yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah. I also don't feel like Josh O'Connor's performance matches his character as well as Ana de Armas's matches her character.
that's crazy.
I don't
He's
agree.
he's kind of he's kind of bland for a lot of that movie.
I don't agree.
This feels like rage bait. I'm gonna be honest, but
Not rage bait. I'm also not the only person
your
who's had
opinion,
this. I've seen a lot of actually.
really?
I've
Add
seen like
populace, man. Add populace.
I've only seen
I
Glaze.
mean I established it before.
You what?
Um, it's not because there's a lot of people who believe that. I felt that
I
way, and
know.
I'm not
I'm
the
just
only one who
kidding.
feels that way.
I mean,
I'm joking, you Jeebles.
it's your opinion. It's an acting performance. I don't care. I'm just saying I hadn't seen that, but if you don't like it, you don't like it. I would say he's my favorite character though, but yeah, what I was saying is you, Trip, you prefer the vibes of the first movie. Drew, you prefer the vibes of the third movie, and I prefer the vibes of the second movie. They're kind of all like different.
I
What do you
think
have the second movie at?
8.5 for four and a half, I think. So it's the same as this, but I think the vibes of the second movie are way better. And I
I
just
don't
like
like
the second
8.5
movie
doesn't
so
round
much.
up to four. Or it doesn't round down to four. It rounds up to 4.5. I don't like that. That
it's
annoys
true.
me that
But if
you do
it's
that.
like right in the middle, I'm not gonna like push every single one up because what really
It's not right in
matters,
the middle.
It's
8.5.
math. It's math, twin. Gotta round that John up.
I mean, well, because
8 point.
I only do like half scores. So like an 8.5 is like between and four and a four and a half, and I just put whatever one it leans towards. But for me, the rating that actually matters is like the score that's in the review, not the star rating,
Yeah.
because that's my scale. And then I
Mm.
just put whatever one it leans more towards because if I'm giving it an 8.5, that means for me it's right in the middle of those two. And so I just pick whatever one it leans towards. If I rounded everything up, my scale would be skewed and then there's some whenever I put a point 0.5, I'm like, yeah, but it's clearly like closer to this overall than that.
Mm.
Anyway, Glass Onion. I just prefer the vibes of that movie way more. Like, also like that the whole bit is that he's just stupid. Like Benoit Blanc is there trying to solve everything, and they're just like, wait, all he did was spike his drink and lie to y'all. Like he's not even smart. I think that's such a funny twist. And the island, I like that. But I think the next one should take place in winter because you got fall, spring now, and then summer with that. And so then I
Mhm.
think they should do a winter one.
I think
So you
that'd
can
be
have
awesome.
like a murder in
Hmm.
like a cabin or something, basically. And then you could have one for
Snowed in
each season.
vibes.
Yeah. But I think there's just so many like ideas they could do with this. I think I heard someone say they should do like a plane murder. I don't know if that's a particularly good idea, but just like there's a lot of different concepts you can go, like different ways you can go with this.
I
If
think if
Ryan
you're on a
Johnson makes a
plane,
Hmm?
you go ahead.
if Ryan Johnson makes a plain murder movie, he's gonna botch it. It's not gonna be good.
Oh no, I don't think he's dumb enough.
If he does that, he will jump the shark with it so hard, and Benoit Blanc's character is gonna be awful.
I think if you're on a plane, no one's gonna be worried about who the killer is until you're on the ground. Everyone's trying to survive.
Also, the audio the entire time would just have like the in the background.
Hmm.
That wasn't his idea. That was just like someone I like just an idea I heard. I'm just saying like there's a lot of
Yeah.
opportunity for this, but yeah, granted that I that specific idea would be so bad.
It would be awful.
That would be jumping the shark. Oh my God. But I think they could do a snow cabin, like Hateful Eight vibe for the next one. I think that's what I would prefer. And
I think I think they should do that.
Yeah, and he said he's got idea. I just hope that he doesn't stop making these movies, like especially since it's not like a quote unquote trilogy like it is, but again, they're basically anthological, or at least you can watch them in whatever order. So he can just like do this forever. Like he doesn't have to
Hmm.
stop if he doesn't want to. And so far, he's never given us a reason to think he should stop. So I think he should just keep going. Also, obviously, the symbolism of Monsignor Wicks getting killed on Good Friday and then resurrecting on Sunday.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good like religious themes, but Martha sucks, bro. She is terrible.
She is so annoying in the I think like I would say mostly the third quarter to this movie. So easy to hate Martha. Um I did I did guess early on that she would be involved as the killer, but I was so off when it came to motive that I don't count that. But I
Yeah.
just hated her so much that I wanted her to be the villain.
Yeah, I mean Ryan Johnson
I
always.
can't stand her. She just pisses me off. I don't like seeing her on screen. She's just one of those that's like I know she's annoying. And I don't she doesn't she's probably not annoying IRL, but she just seems like she'd probably be low key annoying to deal with as like a customer. She probably she's probably so pretentious. Like she just looks like I'm looking at her picture. Oh, also it doesn't help that she's got the Karen
Wait, are we
cut
talking
in
about
the
the
picture.
actress right now or the
Yeah, I
fictional
don't know. I'm
character?
talking about the actress.
Oh God.
And the character is just an extension of it. A character um did y'all know that Minnie Driver is Jane in Tarzan?
I did not know that.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I saw this clip from Tarzan. I haven't seen Tarzan in a long time, but it's weird because it's like a clip
Oh,
where
Tarzan.
Jane and Tarzan are talking about like how he doesn't get any play, and then he's talking about like how it's always been with gorillas,
I love that
and
clip,
like
bro.
I
That's
didn't know that Tarzan was that freaky even back then. I thought Disney was weird, like subtle, but that was like kind of in your face.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That he says that he implies in that movie that he does stuff with gorillas,
Well,
Like
he
like
explicates.
he,
like straight up.
she's like first
He
time,
says
and
the
he's
jungle
like,
never
oh,
sleeps, bro. He says that.
yeah. She's like first
Go.
time, and he's like your first time. She's like not my first time. He's like, well, it's not my first time. She's like, who you have you done it with? And
He's like my first time with
he's like
Jane.
my yeah, first time with Jane. Yeah. I don't know if it's before or
Ugh.
after they get their freak on, or maybe it gets like
It's
disrupted.
after.
Okay.
It's
That
after
checks
the
that.
sex
That's why
scene.
her hair, that's how,
That's
that's
why
why her
that's why
hair
she's got
looks
to
like.
put her hair up, yeah.
Weird. She's bad though.
He's animated. Chris.
So, and
Who's
What
an
about it?
wait, who's bad? Minnie Driver or Jane?
Jane?
Jane.
Okay.
That's
What
the
do you think
animated.
Minnie Driver
That's the
isn't bad?
animated one. I know
That's not what he said.
I don't.
what I said. Um, I think Ryan Johnson definitely does a good idea of like he shows a really good understanding of the faith as someone who grew up in Catholicism and has recently like left at least Catholicism or like probably like left the faith. But I know he shows like he truly does
You did not grow
understand.
up in Catholicism. What do you mean, as a person who grew up in Catholicism? You didn't grow up in Catholicism.
I'm talking about Ryan Johnson, twin.
Hey, Josh O'Connor also, that it is the same situation. He also grew up in Catholicism and left the church.
Anyway, I was talking about Ryan
He
Johnson.
serves Allah now. That's what
Wow.
he told me.
Anyway, so I guess this
Or
goes for both.
Allah.
This goes for both of them. They show a pretty good like understanding of the faith and show both sides. Obviously, Ryan Johnson somewhat reflected through Benoit Blanc's um way that he goes about religion, but also acknowledging that that can still come from an emotional standard because you can see that Benoit's pretty angry at religion throughout the movie too. And so it's just an example of Ryan Johnson showing his like internal struggle and even though he's an atheist, he still like wrote that movie pretty well, and it's important that he knew both sides. And same with Josh O'Connor, if like you said, he grew up in Catholicism and didn't reach out. It shows that he knows what that's like, and especially the scene with the phone call with Luis, the person who Monsignor Wicks ordered all of the construction from. I thought that scene was really good whenever he's
Yeah.
and she's like struggling, and so he helps her through it. And after that, he's like, "Nope, I'm not doing this murdered stuff. I'm just gonna go be a priest. I'm done." And so then that's when Benoit chases after him, and they have that debate about uh Paul in the forest, and then you see the light in the background with who ends up being revealed to have been Jeremy Renner in that. And yeah. Let me see any other points. Oh, whenever she throws Jeremy Renner's body down the stairs and his head like thuds on every single step. That was funny.
Yeah,
I
that was
love
Mhm.
funny.
that
I like
bit.
that.
And whenever they're breaking it down, and then Benoit does the organ things, the burr, 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 like he's so dramatic. That was really good. And he's like, "Stop talking." And then he has his like Damascus moment, which is just his realization of she has to say it. I'm not gonna say it. She's got it. And so then he lets her do it. And also, whenever she drops the gym, like you pointed out in your review, how he puts that in the cross, and it's like,
Yeah.
what did you
Because
say exactly in your?
your inherit the quote is your inheritance. Your inheritance is in him. Because that's what they say
Yeah,
in the movie.
really, like that is like
And it's very
that
well
is so
written.
good. Like
That's
that was
obviously peak.
Yeah,
amazing.
I love that.
That was amazing. Your inheritance is in him, and then obviously the gym, and the gym's like
Hmm.
shining on the thing. Yeah, that was really good. And let me see any other points. Yeah. Anything else y'all want to yap about with Knives Out before we talk about trailers?
Um,
Um, I don't think so.
I think that's all I have to say.
Do we all have the same ranking for Knives Out movies? We have different ones.
1, 1, 3, 2.
One, 1, 3, 2. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we do have
I
we have
think
the same
that's,
ones.
wait, are there people out there that think it's 3, 1, 2? Like,
I'm
Yes.
sure.
did I see, well,
I think
obviously, but like, did I see, I feel like I might have seen a,
I'm gonna just go to our
what,
mutuals real
what,
quick on Letterboxd and
yeah,
see
like,
if
what do we
anyone
think
we
of
know
Eli's rating? Do you think Eli, because Eli
he prefers it.
just rage bait, but
Yeah, let me see if he gives Knives Out 5 stars. But yeah, he said
I, oh my gosh, bro. Have
what?
I ever talked about Eli's movie ratings on here?
No, no, rip into it right now. No, okay. To be fair, he does give Knives Out 1 5 stars. So there's and his
I
review says
legitimately, oh
legitimately
yeah,
perfect
yeah. He
movie.
says, yeah.
So
Because I remember seeing this and I was like, okay, at least he like doesn't have the third one above the first one. Because I love the third one. I think it's really good, but I think the first one is so good and like does so clearly things so much better than the third one because they're you can put them side by side and see very clearly how the first one is better.
yeah,
I was
I
like, don't tell me that this
I
is
think you almost said this, show. I think it is kind of hard not to have that ranking. Like you may need to have
the
a
second one's
screw
just like
loose.
second.
'Cause
I didn't really like the second one that much. I felt like it was a little disheveled. I thought it was cool. There were some moments that were cool, like the halfway switch. But
I would say as like biggest glazer of this movie, I still don't think I could like rate this one a point higher than Wake Up Dead Man. I would probably have them at like the same rating, but that Glass Onion wouldn't eclipse it. So there's just
yeah,
it's just hard not to have that ranking of the franchise.
there's a lot of annoying things in Glass Onion that are kind of like geezer, like the iPad, the Among Us, and like
Yeah,
look, he's
that
playing Among Us. Look, like the fact
I
that it
think
was
that's
like
valid.
it being a Netflix movie is like because Knives Out I don't think was a Netflix movie. I think
No,
that was before
it
Netflix started
started.
doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, it started with Glass Onion, but they still did a theater release for that. But yes,
Before Netflix
Netflix movie
started like buying franchises and like
directors
continuing them.
basically
Yeah,
like
yeah, basically.
Fincher and It's another director that just does
I didn't know they
Netflix.
bought Fincher. I thought Prime Video bought Fincher.
Mm-mm.
I know I'm pretty sure Amazon bought Fincher, right?
No, because he made The Killer with Michael Fassbender. That's Netflix.
Propaganda Films is David Fincher's production company. Let me look up who owns David Fincher.
With that,
Um,
look up his content.
no, no one owns director David Fincher, but he has a deep exclusive partnership with Netflix. I want to know what because they own Guillermo del Toro, they
That's the
own
one I'm
David
thinking of.
Fincher.
That's what I'm
Yeah, which I need to
thinking
see Frankenstein. I actually
of.
forgot to throw that on. Actually, no, I was going to watch it the other night, but I don't have my Netflix logged in.
Hey, if you
Um,
watch it, text me, then we can yap about it on here.
have you seen it?
No, like if you watch it, I'll watch it. That's what I meant.
Well, we can probably watch it together this weekend then. We can all get together and watch that movie because that should be really good. It's like Nosferatu type. We're getting like a yearly like Nosferatu type of experience by having Nosferatu last year, and then this year we got Frankenstein. The next year is literally going like is probably going to be the biggest movie
Next year
in
is
my life in cinema. Like I'm not
Yeah.
even. I don't even
for
think it
the
comes
foreseeable
close.
future.
It's actually insane.
Next year is whack. Next year has so much stuff,
There's
bro.
like 25 huge directors dropping movies. We literally have Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, Fincher, um, uh,
Sam Raimi, baby.
Eggers, Raimi. Yeah.
Plus on the
Um,
and then on the cape shit side of things, Spider-Man, Avengers, Supergirl, Lanterns, Daredevil, Punisher, The Boys. Next year's crazy. Dune. I mean, fucking Dune 3 comes out next year.
oh, also Netflix is being sued by Diddy.
What? From jail?
However, he does that. Yeah,
What the
yeah.
hell, bro? Sued for what? Did they make a documentary about him?
Yeah, the 50 Cent documentary is on Netflix. Bro, as much as I hate on Netflix, I'm not actually surprised about how Netflix like recovered from its giant stock loss that one time. Because literally they'll get on there and they'll freaking drop Tiger King and just like once a year they'll drop like the most insane, most talked about docu-series ever, like at the time. Like they had Tiger King, which absolutely captivated everyone.
That was
They have
COVID
Stranger
too.
Things, obviously. Yeah, like Netflix cooked in during COVID. There's Stranger Things. They had because Dahmer was Netflix, right?
Yeah, Dahmer's
Was
Netflix.
Dahmer Netflix? Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yes.
Um, Dahmer Dahmer was huge, and the 50 Cent series is like I feel like one of the main reasons it's not as big is because we also have a Knives Out movie that just came out the same weekend, or I think it was the same weekend. But like the 50 Cent Diddy documentary is on Netflix. Like it's a Netflix original documentary.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that they have as much money as they do because everyone wants to buy a subscription to watch a docu-series every once in a while. And like I'm pretty sure last year was Quiet on Set. Wasn't Quiet on Set a Netflix thing? That was a big one.
Dang.
What's quiet on set?
It's the one um that was on Max. Yeah, that was a Max thing because Max also or HBO Max does that really well as well. That was the one about Nickelodeon that a lot of people were talking about
You're talking about
uh
documentaries.
in 2024. Yeah, early
That was last
2024.
year.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope Netflix, because yeah, recently we found out they said they're not planning on changing anything about Warner Brothers' schedule. I just pray that they stick to that because that's totally the type of thing that I could see. They're saying it, and then like you look forward 4 years and everything's on Netflix, and it's just like a gradual build up. But
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like that's fully going through, and hopefully they just don't mess up. But yeah, I think that's all we have
I
to.
don't care if things hit Netflix as long as we get a theatrical release because people still value theaters. Like I went to see FNAF 2 with 10 people and none of them I literally knew the most about FNAF out of all of them. And I'm not like a FNAF enthusiast that much. I enjoy me the goofiness of the lore of FNAF, and I know me a lot of stuff about it. Most of the people there were literally just going because it would be a theater going experience, and it was going to be Five Nights at Freddy's. It was going to be a goofy, stupid movie.
It's my childhood,
Theaters
bro.
like are not going to die because even if they stop putting movies in theaters, they'll just start like re-releasing movies to theaters, and
They're
that's enough to just re-releases do so well.
what I was gonna say
Revenge of the
exactly.
Sith.
Like Revenge of the Sith made more than like a lot of movies that just came out this year. Revenge of the Sith was the most, and yeah, also what I was another thing I was gonna say that relates to it, Disney's not stopping their theater program and they just make like the biggest movies. So it theaters
Yeah,
won't die if Avengers fucking 12 comes out one like in a few years, you know? Like it just won't happen.
Yeah.
And again, they're chill with re-releases and so is Sony. I mean, this year they released all the Spider-Man movies, Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, like we're chilling, especially with Disney, and it's kind of segues into the next episode. So a little teaser about it, but like with the whole Avatar and Doomsday program that they got going on, they're re-releasing Endgame, they're promoting that already. Like Disney will keep that alive, especially with Avatar, because that's gonna make a shit ton of money, obviously, because that's just what those movies do.
I'm trying to
So
find the opening day numbers from FNAF 3.
for what?
Um, oh my gosh, not the opening day of the game. FNAF 2 opening day
Put
box
opening
office.
opening
Was it
weekend.
54
Put
million?
opening weekend.
Well, the opening day was like the stat that I don't know if they
Oh,
sustained that for the whole weekend. Um,
54 question mark? Guess.
it said
I
29.8
would
to
guess.
24.5, but I also saw a number that said 54 million on the opening day. Maybe that was
Maybe they're talking about opening day and you're looking at like the quote unquote Thursday and they meant like opening night and you're looking at opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 continues to score. Post-Thanksgiving record opening grows to 64 million. Um,
Wow.
what does I don't these metrics I should have done. Anyway, FNAF 2 made a lot of money. They're going to keep making those movies, which is good because I don't know why anyone would be like, I'm so mad that FNAF 2 is bad. There's not a very high ceiling for FNAF movies, bro. Like FNAF
Yeah.
lore is kind of disjointed and stupid. Also, Scott
Yeah.
Cawthon was like writing that movie, which I think is crazy because so much of that movie has so much dumb extra added stuff. I'm like but also it has some really good stuff. So I'm like, I'm conflicted on how I feel about the writing of that movie.
Where is Knives Out? Last thing before we end this episode. Where is it on y'all's 2025 ranking? For me, it's third behind One Battle and behind Superman. Trip,
It's
I
definitely
imagine
behind those two for
you have
me.
the
For
One
mine, it
Battle.
is currently ranked. For mine, it is two behind one battle after another.
You move Superman
Um,
down?
Uh, well, no, Superman's just been at like 26 for me since the last time I watched it, which was
I
like a
meant
few
like,
months ago.
wait, what's
Like
about like
26 is in like on my all-time ranking. It has been like that high for me. Last time I watched Superman, I've only watched Superman three times.
Oh, that's right. You
For a
said you were
movie that
gonna
came out in
move.
2025.
I forgot you said
Um,
you were gonna move Night or Wake Up Dead Man down. I was confused because I was like, how do you have a
yeah,
solid
I'm
below?
probably on re I won't do it until I rewatch though. Unless it's like I won't move down a movie unless it's like egregiously like no, I don't feel that way about this movie, bro. This is worse than I think it is. And it's like the next day. But looking like it's the same as like whenever I listen to Alligator Bites Never Healed by Doshi and I look and it says 8 out of 10, I'm like, I don't remember that as an 8 out of 10. I was like, I'm gonna trust myself. I gave it a 9.5 in a really big review the last time I watched this movie on July 14th. That was whoa! I watched that movie three times
Yeah.
the opening week and haven't seen it since.
That
That's
was
crazy. I
opening.
need
That
to
was
watch it.
opening. Last time you watched it was whenever we went to go see it, right? That bro,
I think so.
Yeah.
that shit I had, bro, where I was in there for like 15 minutes and I couldn't text you, and I was like, okay, like I was getting pissed off because I didn't have Wi-Fi, and I was like, I know I've been gone for so long because I like feel like my asshole is exploding, and I'm like not able to text him. Thinks I
I'm not gonna lie, I don't fully remember that.
really. It was
I
whenever
think I do remember you being gone for a while
we
though.
saw it at the mall, and I was gone for like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I
I
started
have that
watching
at
it
two.
in 2023.
I think One Battle After Another is also the second best movie I've ever seen. Um, I need
Same.
to like the thing is I need to rewatch these movies because
I got off at 11:30.
my movies like
I noticed.
lately I've had five,
Go
half
ahead.
star, five, 3.5, five, 4,
You give high
3.
ratings, I will say.
What's that?
Recently, I've been giving really high ratings. Recently, when watching movies for the first time that I go into it thinking they're going to be good,
I've been
because
thinking
movies that have gone into it thinking they're going to be good, 5 star, 5 star.
placebo effect.
Well, Good Will Hunting, I put Good Will Hunting three
That
times on there, so it doesn't count. Baby
that is
Driver, 5 star.
well, that's valid.
Sinners,
Great
I
Baby
movie.
Driver.
moved up to a 5 star.
I would move that.
I
Um,
think I have Sinners at a
but I
four.
also think Sinners. I've been thinking about the Sinners
Yeah.
one for a while. The Shining, 5 star. Prince of Egypt, 5 star. Talk to Me, 5 star. Prince of Egypt, well, Prince of Egypt.
Did I not add something
Uh,
to the 2025 ranking?
Little
When did
Women,
I not
five
do
star.
that?
Like I don't think I literally have not gone into a movie being in any capacity disappointed since in terms of yeah, like I have not been
Hey,
disappointed
that's
by
fine.
any movie since. I mean, that's good, but I also am like maybe I need to rewatch these movies and like reevaluate really how I feel about them, or if I'm just like
Go for it.
if I just feel
So
that way the whole time. Last
get
time
on.
I was disappointed in a movie was Insomnia.
Well,
Very
that's
fair.
That was
Very
September
fair.
4th.
no. Hey, get on my
Not
mindset
great.
and just rewatch movies. Only rewatch movies.
Why would I do
I am
that
a
though?
certified because you just
No.
said you were gonna do
I
it.
want to rewatch Little Women, but that's because I really like that movie.
That
But I'll probably wait to watch that with my
I like that
girlfriend.
movie.
With Mod Pizza Girl.
Yeah,
I
Mob Pizza Girl. If you stumble across this on your YouTube
and you've watched the
on your
entire way
YouTube
through.
recommended, you've
You've made it
watched
to episode
through the end.
13.
That means that I'm gonna take that. I obviously you're gonna come up to me and you're gonna be like, "You're the guy from that podcast, right?" I'm gonna be like, "Oh, well, now I know you really love me because you watched through the whole thing and listened to me for an hour and a half." Um,
You must really
so
love me.
you must love me. No, but
Holy.
ah,
She's gonna be like, can you give me Cole Truman's number?
yeah, I'm gonna be like, no.
I can give you my number.
What's that? Mine? You want mine? You want Card Tripper's number? Hey, it's actually Trip Carter. Just so you know. Just so you know, like
Just so you don't get confused.
it's Carter, not Tripper. In case that was like a deal breaker for you. Yesterday, Drew
Trust.
asked me. He was like, "What's her last name?" And I was like, "Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter."
It won't be that for long, trust.
Bro, I've been grinding out like talking to people. I went to my church group leader, Lacey's my impact leaders she had like a game night and I thought that it was gonna be mostly people I knew there, but it was not. It was just Lacey, Laney, and another guy from MCG with me, and then like a bunch of guys that were or a bunch of girls and guys that were like friends with him. And they were all Christians, so that was cool. But like we played a game and it was a drinking game in a crazy game. It was a crazy game. No, it was called no, it was called Secret Hitler.
We really want to
But
know.
it's very fun. And I'm very good at it. And I think there's a correlation between the reason I'm really good at predicting on Madden where players will go and I'm able to like swerve them or like I'm able to hit stick and land them really well. Because I can predict what they're gonna do with specifically that instance. I think it's the same reason that I'm able to really easily predict where people are going in that game. However, I got cooked at the end of that game, made a stupid decision, killed someone I shouldn't have. And
Killed a man.
but good practice. I felt so comfortable with myself and was like yapping and everything. Right after that, with like 8 people who I didn't even know, and I was like, "This is fire." So I'm getting good practice in. So once I get back on January 2nd, she gets back in like a few weeks. I will have practice with like getting out there, and now I'll be comfortable around the work, you know,
Right.
and
Right.
and like I'll be able to like go up to her and be like, "Yo, what's popping?"
What's the
Like,
word? What's the word, cuh?
Ready to talk to
yeah.
people now. What's poppin'?
Yeah. I'd go up to her and like, hey, what's your major?
Ever
Girl.
played Secret Hitler?
Hey girl, you want to hang out with me and drink coffee and play you want to go watch the
You want to watch
FNAF
FNAF
movie?
2?
Bro, if I go up to a girl and I say hi, what's up, and she says, "Do you want to go to my house and watch FNAF 2 with me?" Then I will be like,
That's her response to
I will
what's
be
up.
on bended knee.
it happens more than you'd think.
Well, I
To
I
me,
think
of
zero, so
course.
maybe it's happened like once.
I've
Yes.
seen the FNAF 2 movie like a bajillion times because it happens so often, man. All these
Really?
girls be coming
Yeah.
up to me like, "Hey, you want
Hey.
to go back to my house and watch FNAF 2?" I'm like, "Absolutely, shorty." And that's happened probably 37 times.
You know who
So,
can
Try 87.
actually crush me with their thighs?
Probably the
who?
strongest man in the world.
Probably,
Well,
yeah.
probably, but I wouldn't let him. Bear Pop,
You wouldn't
bro,
let him. What are you gonna do about
I
it?
did not know that she was.
Hey, I can't see her face.
Well, I'm showing you her thighs,
Thank you.
bro.
I
But
can't. Oh,
just
you're
sent
trying to
it.
look
I
at
also
thighs. I
just
was like,
sent this to
I'm
you
not
a
looking
while
at it.
ago. I
I
didn't
know,
like.
and I responded to it.
I know. Yeah,
I
I've
didn't
never
see
seen
it.
her standing up. Pretty crazy.
What's that?
Pretty crazy that she could stand up.
I've never
No,
seen her stand up. Pretty
like
crazy.
in Knives Out.
She can make me a sandwich now. She can reach the
I
counter.
can walk. It just hurts.
She can reach the tomatoes at the back of the fridge. Um, good thing about nah, never
Okay.
mind.
Careful.
Um,
On
what'd you
on
say?
the topic, I said careful because you almost
Careful
said
with your
No,
something.
Drew
tongue.
said.
No.
What? I don't
Oh,
know what
you
I'm
said
saying.
careful with your tongue. I thought you
Yeah.
just said come.
Nope.
Cool.
Never done that.
You've never?
You've never
I have.
You've
never
never been
said
Hold on.
careful
come?
with your tongue?
I have never said that word.
Have you all watched a very Jonas Christmas movie
Duh.
yet?
What is that?
It's a Christmas movie that involves the Jonas
It's a
Brothers.
Disney Plus original.
Yeah, it's a
That's
Disney
it's
Plus
been
original.
logged. It's been
You know,
logged
you know,
by
like
you go.
Home Alone.
No.
It's kind of like that, but with the Jonas Brothers.
So even better.
Yeah, because instead of one Culkin, well, instead of two Culkins, it's three Jonases, and they're
Culkin
grown
as an
up.
improper noun.
And they're all grown up, so they're not
Instead
whining.
of one Culkin. The last name is McCulkin instead of just one Culkin.
Wait, what? His last name isn't McCulkin.
No, it's not.
His
Macaulay.
first name is Macaulay.
It's Macaulay.
Hey, hey, you know what's a good name? Bailey. I think Bailey's a
For a
sweet
girl or
name.
a
That's a
boy?
dog name,
It's a
twin.
dog
For a,
ass name.
That's a
For a
dog
what? For a
name.
what?
it is a dog name. You're
It
right.
also is the name. I think we talked about this last episode. That fuck ass retarded whale in Dory, Finding Dory.
It is.
Oh,
The
yeah.
name
Yeah.
of
It's also the
Bailey.
name. It's the
So
name
it
of the
is
That's not a
dog
whale
in
name, bro.
A Dog's Purpose. The dog's name
That's
is
probably
Bailey.
why I think of it as a dog name.
the name
Yeah.
pisses me off because of the whale. I can never think of Bailey without being.
I every time I hear someone because I since I work at Mod, I ask for people's names, and I'm like, and that means I get an influx of names information into my
Names
head.
on names, bro.
I get an influx of name data into my noggin, and
Name data.
and I like the name Bailey. I think Easer is gonna be someone's middle name. I'm gonna have my kids
All right.
eventually.
Nice.
No, I'm gonna have my kids' names planned out like before I get married, and she's gonna have to deal with it.
Oh.
Yeah, what?
Oh, okay.
No, like I'm so excited. Like I want a woman who like comes up with names like I haven't even thought of. Like like
Sam.
Borshwitz. Sam,
That's
come on, bro.
close.
Get out of here.
You're teetering the edge with that name there, Trip.
Borschwitz.
Um or like Clinton.
Maybe not.
Clinton.
There's two reasons why Clinton would be a bad name. There's two people that make that name bad to choose.
True.
Wait, Quentin.
Big
Oh,
big Q, bro.
Yeah,
Quentin
Big
Big
Q.
Q.
Quentin doesn't exist anymore. Big Q, I'm pretty sure it went back to Big,
Like
whatever the other letter is.
like Darth Vader. Like I
Big
killed her.
E.
Big E killed
E.
Big Q.
Big E.
Big E cheese.
Biggie's
Big
back.
E. Maybe that's why they did it. Is because they didn't want to call Big E anymore.
If it's E, there's no point in calling her Big E. That should make him fun of her being fat. Instead
Well,
of just calling
maybe
her-
that's why she changed her name.
she she never named herself Big
That-
Q.
She never acknowledged it.
Or she took edibles at the retreat, right? And then she
Yeah,
got
She
did.
sold
freaking-
edibles at the retreat. She tried to.
she was on one too. Who'd she sell them to?
Yeah.
You can tell us.
I
We'll
don't
post
know.
it. We'll tag.
No,
Oh.
I don't know.
No, she
I
actually-
was just a mere freshman, so I didn't really know anything about the big dogs.
Were we sophomores?
We were sophomores. Yeah. So I lied.
Because
Under-
No,
Riley
y'all were
told-
sophomores. I was freshman.
Yeah, because I only know that she was high because Riley told me that she saw her like looking in the corner, like
Oh,
like
yeah.
just tweaking at retreat. Embarrassing.
There was
It's really funny though. And then Micah gets away with popping a perk, like, and she gets caught with edibles. She's such a
Yeah.
dumbass for that. If Micah can, well, it'd be
Wait,
fun-
how did Michael get away with popping a perk? Michael was an eighth grader at that time. Oh,
No,
you're
this-
talking about like at a different retreat. Yeah. Popped a perk.
He was like, I popped a perk. She made me lit, man. Like, and then and then he like went and ran off during worship. It was so funny.
But yeah, Bailey is a good name. Ezer is a good middle name. Ezer just doesn't sound good, but its meaning is way too powerful for me to not have that involved. If my
Eben
wife's
Ezer.
Christian, then I'll probably do that though.
First name Eben. Middle name
E.
Eben with a
Eben
B?
E.
Like
No,
Eben
no,
Moss
like
Baccarat?
no, because because then her name would be Eben E. Carter, and I'm not okay with that.
Eben E.
I can't rock with that, bro.
I would.
I can't
She
let
would
that
have to
happen.
get married. Well, actually, that wouldn't change
Well-
anything. That wouldn't change anything. Her getting married would change her last name.
Change your middle name.
She'd have to get married so that she takes on
Oh,
the man's
hey.
first name as her middle name.
It wouldn't associate with you though.
What would? Oh yeah. Your name sucks. I don't want you associated with me anymore.
I know
Whoever
I
picked your
named
name
you.
is an idiot. Yeah.
Sure.
Eben. Like Eben Moss Backrack.
So I said,
Terrible name.
no, cool
Moss,
name.
Moss Def, bro.
Because I have my
Moss. Like from graduation. Moss Def. Moss definitely, bruh.
Yeah, bro. Mos
Oh,
Def,
oh,
bro.
you're talking about. I forgot that most def is like actually something that someone can say. Bro, you know what I said yesterday? I was
What
on
did you
my
say?
way to Lacey's house for games, and I texted her. I said, "Fun missile inbound."
I knew a Lacey from Nigeria.
Is this
Don't
the
talk
new,
about a fun
new
missile, bro.
phrase? Lacey from Nigeria. Is it spelled like? How's it spelled?
I don't even know.
Ooh.
No, LAC.
I like.
Why?
LA. No, wait, we're recording. LA. Some
No,
normal.
no.
Some.
Cut that one out.
Ah, cut that out. Oh, I'm cutting this. No, now the cut's gonna trigger me because we do
You
that.
can just cut that little moment.
We got to do an actual cut for. Thank you for watching this episode. I don't know what the last 15 minutes was.
Fun. It was
Our
fun.
current
Hey, that's
schedule.
all right.
Our next upload will be in a couple days. We're gonna hit you with the Supergirl Doomsday and Spider-Man trailer breakdowns, and then next week you get a Christmas episode, and then after that we got the Marty Supreme review. We're gonna have two guests for that, Bennett and Shelby, if assuming Shelby wants to participate.
This is
that'll
my
be a
first time
stacked
hearing
pod.
this information.
Yes, that'll be a stacked pod. Thank you for watching episode 13, 12, whatever this is. Thank you for watching.
13.
Awesome. Thank you for watching the Knives Out review. Cut. Okay, I'm gonna piss before we talk about trailers. I've had to pee and fill up my water because I'm thirsty. So I'm gonna take a.
She got to drink water because she thirsty. Hey, is Gambaro doing it today? Because low-key, I'm so just want to play Fortnite, bro.
Well, I'm not playing Fortnite either way. I'm gonna watch a movie.
Okay, kill yourself. We're doing the podcast, and then we're playing Fortnite.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm doing one of those things. I'm gonna pee though.
Me when I piss.
Can we record the podcast a different day? I'm podcasted out, and I'm trying to play Fortnite.
Fortnite.
When are y'all available tomorrow?
After 6.
We're available before 6. We're gonna go see a movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see Avatar.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you not just see it on Friday when I'm home?
I won't be there.
You won't be there.
Why are you not gonna be there?
I'm going
Like
to
at the
freaking
He's
movie?
going
Austin.
to Austin.
Oh, right. Yeah. Why didn't y'all go see it on
Bro,
Sunday
This is
when we were both
Avatar.
home?
bro, I was looking at, I don't know why I decided to do this during the podcast, but I was looking at the freaking artists that have also recorded in the studio I'm going to. We got freaking, hold on, it's
BB No
loading.
Money? Tell me you got BB No Money.
No, we got freaking Lil Wayne. We got the Jonas
Wow.
Brothers. We got Snoop Dogg, Skrillex.
Ooh.
We
Wait,
got
you're talking about
freaking
Jonas Brothers from a very Jonas Christmas?
yeah, bro, the same Jonas Brothers.
Let
We
me
got
check.
Holy frick,
the
bro.
Beach Boys, SZA, A$AP
I'm checking the
Rocky,
calendar.
Eddie Wap, Charlie XCX, 21,
Tyler?
Khalid. No, Tyler's not on here. Metro Boomin's on here though.
Tyler got his own
Um,
studio.
Young Thug, Tizo touchdown,
Hey,
Isaiah Rashad. That's hype.
we could record Sunday and then I upload that Sunday, and then either way I upload our Christmas episode on the 24th, and I'll be 4 days after that.
I'm
And then
done for
there's a
that.
possibility Gambaro could hop in and I'll play a little bit of Fortnite. And then does that sound good? Record Sunday?
You playing Fortnite tonight?
Yeah, if we don't record the podcast, I'll play a little bit of Fortnite and then go watch my movie.
Yay, and
Yeah,
maybe
let's
I'll do
record
the
on
same. Maybe I'll
Sunday.
watch a movie too. Hey, tomorrow I gotta quit my job, so y'all text me tomorrow and give me the same hype that you gave me
All right.
whenever I was trying to break up with Molly.
What time are you going to quit your job? I can send Samuel a
Probably like
text.
6 o'clock
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'll just have to let them know, like, hey, I'm not gonna. Actually, wait, no, I'm gonna email them. I'm gonna email them because basically, hold on. How do you think I would